Hello again. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, it's a bit different from my normal ones. And you can tell it's serious because we're in classes. Depression in MS is an important and often undiscussed or under-discussed subject. One that people feel ashamed of, and that they shouldn't feel ashamed for something that they've no control over. I'm gonna try and keep my normal jokes to a minimum, because it is a really serious subject, and it's not something that I take lightly, although I won't apologise for making the odd poor attempt at humour. Now, I'm on reading off the National MS Society website. It says that depression may be reactive, the result of difficult life situations or stresses. It's easy to understand the diagnosis of multiple sclerosis, a chronic condition with the potential for progressing to permanent disability, can bring on depression. Well, that kind of strikes me as obvious. You've been told that you've got MS, or potentially in the lead up to diagnosis, you worry about all the worst case scenarios because that's all you see in the news. But you also have to realise that just because person X is in a wheelchair, person Y, yourself, doesn't mean that you're going to end up in a wheelchair as well. And I know that the mind and body are complex things. It's all well and good me sitting here saying to you, oh, don't get depressed about potentially end up in a wheelchair, because if you're feeling depressed, me saying that isn't going to change that. It also says below that depression may also be the result of the MS disease process itself, since MS damages the myelin and nerve fibres deep within the brain. If MS damages areas of the brain that are involved in emotional expression and control, a variety of behavioural changes can result, including depression. One of the less obvious, almost surprising symptoms that people have with MS is just randomly crying. Or in my case, I'm lucky enough that it's random laughing, sort of unintentional laughing. It's sort of my default emotional response, which is fine, apart from when I start laughing at a wedding or or at a funeral. It's it's more frowned upon in those circumstances, and certainly if I'm in an argument with Deb and I start cracking a smile, although she knows that I can't help it, it doesn't really help me from my side of things. Bit lower down it says severe depression can be a life-threatening condition because it may include suicidal feelings. At the bottom it also says it is also important to keep in mind that depression occurs in people who do not have MS, and is a widespread problem in society in general. Yes, there are a load of grumpy old fucks out there, especially old people. It says that it's frequently underdiagnosed in the older people. I'd say it's more just because they're grumpy bastards. I said at the start of the video that this is an important subject for me because although I wouldn't class myself as being properly withdrawn and depressed, sort of to the point where I don't want to go out and see anybody, there are times I just want to hide underneath my duvet, to hide away from the world. And I mentioned in one of my previous videos that I had the odd brief flittering thought that the simplest and obvious thing to do would be if I just kill myself. I'm not saying that to grab attention, but I'm lucky enough that I've got a rational side of my brain that tells that to shut up and be quiet. But this one time, it sounded in my head like it was the rational, logical side of my brain that's saying, yeah, well, simplest way to make things easier would just be to kill myself. Which is complete bullshit, because it wouldn't. And even though I only felt like that for 15-20 seconds, at the time, felt like it could have been 5 or 10 minutes. And that really did scare me. Now, if there's anybody out there that's watching this and they feel that they're having suicidal thoughts, it goes without saying that you need to go speak to someone that can help you. Find a helpline, or speak to your best friend, or go see your doctor. Because there's a lot of stuff out there that is worth living for. There's a lot of crap out there, but if you didn't have crap in life, you wouldn't appreciate the good things. So it's taking the rough with the smooth. I hope this video has helped at least one person, and I hope that you don't all think I'm this gibbering, depressive wreck, because I'm not. It was a bit darker a month or so ago, but I'm much better now. But I really felt that this was an important video to make, and sort of get the message out there. Look after yourselves, and I'll try and make the next video a bit more jovial. I like my new normal stuff. I might try some of my stand-up routine on you. Okay, until then, see you later.